Okay, we're recording? Okay. Good evening. I'm Councilman Michael Kirsch on behalf of our Township Clerk, Grace Jaguna, and Councilman Timothy Ring. It's my privilege to welcome everyone and call to order this reorganization meeting of the Bridgewater Township Council on Monday, January 5th, 2026. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting was provided on December 5th, 2025 by sending written notice and electronic notice to the Courier News and the Breeze, posting on the website and the bulletin board in the municipal building, and filing with the township clerk. We will now have the presentation of our colors and Pledge of Allegiance led by Girl Scouts Heart of New Jersey Troop 60029. Please rise if you are able and then remain standing for our national anthem, performed by Township employee Nicole Smith, along with the invocation. To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is Nicole here? Okay.
Good evening. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
All right, thank you very much to both Girl Scouts Troop 60029 and to Nicole Smith. I now invite Reverend David D. Hobbs from the Macedonian Baptist Church within our Hobbstown neighborhood of Bridgewater to deliver tonight's invocation.
First of all, good evening. And what a gathering tonight. I'm going to do an invocationary prayer from the book of Jeremiah. For I know the plans and thoughts that I have for you, says the Lord. Plans for peace and well-being, not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. Then you will call on me, and I will come and pray to me, and I will hear your voice, and I will listen to you. Then will a deep looking for you, that you will seek me and require me as a vital necessity, and you will find me when you search for me with all your heart. And tonight, Heavenly Father, for all of us that are here, for those that are going to be inducted, I pray, Father, that every decision, every thought is first a consulting with you so that you lead and guide this group the way that you would want them to go, so that all are included and all are blessed. And tonight, Father, we just give you the glory. In the name of your dear Son, we pray. And we say amen, amen, and amen.
Okay, everybody may be seated. Thank you, Reverend Hobbs, for those impactful words and kind wishes for our community in this new year. I now recognize our Township Clerk, Grace Jaguna, to report on certificates of election.
Thank you. Following the election held in Somerset County on November 4th, 2026, the Board of Canvassers has issued its determination regarding the municipal offices for Bridgewater Township. For the 3 available 4-year seats on the Township Council, the board officially declares Joan Geiger, Andrew Bacco, and Ridwana Isler as the elected representatives.
Thank you. The oath of office will now be administered to Joan Geiger, performed by Honorable Judge Rochelle Gazinski. Joan is accompanied by her husband, Tom Della Ventura, and sons Joel and Joseph Dubowski.
Hello, everyone. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to administer the oath of office to my dear friend, Councilwoman-elect Joan G. Geiger. Please repeat after me. I, Joan G. Geiger,
I, Joan G. Geiger,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey.
that I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the Township of Bridgewater,
of the Township of Bridgewater,
Councilwoman,
Councilwoman,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, Councilwoman Geiger. Okay, Joan would invite family and friends to come forward and be in a group photo, please. brought my own, and you want to use it?
Joan, you want to come out? Do you want to come out? Joan, we have a seat right here for you.
Only for a moment.
Okay, the oath of office will now be administered to Andrew Bucko, performed by Honorable County Commissioner Elizabeth Grainer. Andrew is accompanied by his wife Kate and daughter Elizabeth.
I am also honored to be giving the oath of office to Andrew. This is my first official municipal oath of office, so it's a huge honor for me. Thank you. It's mine too. So please repeat after me. I, Andrew Bucko,
I, Andrew Bucko,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the Township of Bridgewater
of the Township of Bridgewater
Councilman
Councilman
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
The oath of office will now be administered to Ridwana Isla, performed by Honorable Judge and County Surrogate Bernice Jallo. Ridwana is accompanied by husband Ikram and son Ethan.
I too am honored to give this oath to Ridwana Isla. Congratulations. I, repeat after me, I
Ridwana Isla,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the government established
and to the government established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
and to the and under the authority of the people,
and under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I would faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the Township of Bridgewater
of the Township of Bridgewater
Councilwoman
Councilwoman
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now that we have a full council at the dais, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll for the Township Council?
Councilman Baco? Councilwoman Geiger? Councilwoman Isla? Councilman Kirsch?
Here.
Councilman Ring?
Good evening here.
I'd also like to acknowledge other officials who are seated at the dais, our Township, going my right, your left, Township Administrator Mike Pappas, our Mayor Matthew Mensch, and the gentleman here is John DeLuca from the law firm Savo Schalk, Corsini, Warner, Gillespie, Ogrodnik, and Fisher, our municipal firm. We will now select a council president for the year 2026. May I have a nomination?
I would like to nominate Joan Geiger as council president.
Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any other nominations? Okay, hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Councilman Bucko,
Yes.
Councilwoman Isla,
Yes.
Councilman Kirsch,
Yes.
Councilman Ring,
Yes.
President Geiger.
Yes.
Con- Congratulations to our new council president, Joan Geiger. This seat and the gavel are now yours. Well, it's not this gavel, I'm sorry. It's this gavel. This one's more fun. Congratulations.
Thank you. For all your help.
Oh, they already did it, okay.
We will now have the selection of the council vice president. Do I have any motions for selection of the vice president?
Andrew Bucko.
Do I have a second? I will second it. Take the roll call, please.
Councilman Bucko,
Yes.
Councilwoman Isla,
Yes.
Councilman Kirsch,
Yes.
Councilman Ring,
Yes.
President Geiger.
Yes. Welcome, Vice President Bucko.
Thank you.
And it is now time for the council president's message. Good evening. It's great to be on this side of the podium, at least tonight. I don't know how I'll feel about it in the future, but tonight it feels good. I am going to skip the recognition of all the dignitaries because, frankly, there are too many of you in the room to recognize, and I know I will miss someone and insult someone. So I apologize in advance for not doing that, but in the interest of time, I will just proceed with my speech. Thank you to everyone for being here tonight. A year ago, if you had asked me what would I want to be doing today, I would have said climbing a mountain on the Appalachian Trail with my husband, Tom. Instead, I stand here as Bridgewater's council president, the second most powerful and important elected official in this town of 46,000 people. The thought that not one, not two, but three Democrats could be serving on our council after none had served for 37 years seemed impossible a year ago. Big, Bucko, Isla, and Geiger are now the face of change in Bridgewater, both literally and figuratively. Fortunately for us, while we may be the face, there has been a dedicated, hardworking, caring body of people that brought us here today. Well, most were Democrats, many were independents, and even some were Republicans. We are here because the voters put us here, and this is because we reached out, we listened, and we made promises. This change is both exciting and challenging. Big, Bucko, Isla, and Geiger are new to politics and now have the awesome responsibility of governing for the first time in 37 years. Our colleagues are new to bipartisan township governing and may find it difficult to adjust to working with people who think differently. But as a wise man once told me, you learn more from the folks who think differently than you do from those who think alike. I've already learned much from my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, and I trust they will be open-minded and learn from us as well. Together, we can make Bridgewater an even better place to live, work, and educate our children. Well, I cannot speak for others on the dais. I know I will stumble and falter as together we climb a steeper, rockier, and more difficult mountain than the one I imagined. So to the residents of Bridgewater, our fellow elected officials, employees of Bridgewater, and our body of supporters, give us time to become acclimated. Having said that, I will share some of my background and the implications that has for my style of governing. I am an attorney and a mediator, a devoted family member and friend, and a 28-year resident of Bridgewater. As an attorney and mediator, I am trained to look at both sides of an issue. The attorney in me is trained to advocate, sometimes vigorously, for my beliefs. As a mediator, I understand the value of listening, compromising, and working with people on both sides of the aisle. In all cases, I seek fairness and what will be for the highest good of all concerned. BIG has goals, and to accomplish them with Bridgewater's mayor-council form of government, we will work together with Mayor Mensch, council members Kirsch and Ring, and Town Administrator Pappas to govern in the best interests of Bridgewater residents. First and foremost, we want safety for our residents. In this regard, we all agree we have a highly competent and excellent police department and volunteer emergency responders, including our very own Councilman Ring. Together, we can work on stormwater management. People died in town during Ida. Others had to be rescued by our police officers and a Good Samaritan this past summer. The problem is bigger, pun not intended, than Bridgewater. On the local level, we need to prioritize the Public Works Department so they have the people power and the resources to take preventative measures. On the federal, state, and county level, we need to explore the available resources, including grants and infrastructure improvements. This relates to concerns expressed by many of our residents regarding development. BIG favors open space and housing affordability over trucking depots and data centers. We have to. This is New Jersey, the most densely populated state in the nation. The need is here, and thanks to our excellent public school system, people want to live here. They want to enjoy the great outdoors and recreational activities. While campaigning, we heard residents' concerns about traffic, speeding, and the rise of e-bikes. We can work together with our police and public works department to better control traffic and make needed improvements. We can work with neighboring towns to have consistent policies regarding e-bikes. In light of the recent shootings, again, we are reminded of the need for gun safety. Let us join approximately 10 other towns in Somerset County and become part of SMART, a program, the Every Town for Gun Safety organization, to promote secure firearm storage as part of our national night out. Another concern is community involvement and diversity. Yes, I said diversity, and I am an unapologetic supporter of it. Having experienced the time when female attorneys were a barely tolerable novelty in Somerset County, I understand how important equality and inclusiveness is. Bridgewater is a diverse town. 35% of our population are people of color. 50% are women. And we have an LGBTQ community. We have houses of worship for Buddhists, Christians, Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, and others. We house millionaires and folks who live paycheck to paycheck, and everyone in between. About a third of our voters are Democrats, about a third are Republican, and about a third are independents. Mayor Mensch, I ask you to work with us to reactivate our numerous township committees and fill them with all of the above. Together, we can thrive. Big raised other issues during the campaign that I will leave to Andrew and Ridwana to address. Finally, and most importantly, it is time for the thank yous. First and foremost, to the residents of Bridgewater, to those who voted for us, we humbly accept your trust and honor your confidence in us. To those of you who did not, we will do our best to pleasantly surprise you. To all of you, we will listen and do our best to address your concerns. To all our committee members and volunteers who made this happen by canvassing, phone banking, stuffing envelopes, and donating again and again. How tired are you of writing checks for $37? To our campaign manager, our chair, and his wife. To my running mates. To the up-ballot candidates, and especially their staff, including those who ran for governor, the assembly, county commission, surrogate, and sheriff. I hope we supported you as much as you were there for us. To the too many to count congressional candidates who we continue to support. To the various Board of Education members, past and present, our past and present superintendents, educators, and their staff who oversee Bridgewater Township's crown jewel, our public school system, and who are responsible for bringing, in some respects, all three of us, Bucko, Isla, and Geiger, to Bridgewater. To our friends on the other side of the aisle, including former and present officials, who graciously congratulated us and worked to make a smooth transition and have shared knowledge and information. This is a rare but desperately needed part of effective governing, bipartisanship. To the Bridgewater Clerk's Office and the Bridgewater Township staff who helped us with the transition. To my predecessor, the outgoing council president, whose shoes it will be very hard to fill. Lastly, to my friends from grammar school, high school, law school, and the many new friends I made on the trail, even if it was not the Appalachian Trail. My colleagues in law and mediation, my bookkeeper, cousins, nephews, niece, grandnieces, sisters, brother-in-laws, sons, and their father, and my husband, Tom, I am indebted to all of you. I end with a pledge. As your newly elected council president, I will give you my best, try my hardest, and always bear in mind the big things, pun intended, Bridgewater needs. Thank you. We missed the selection of the clerk of the council, Grace Jaguna. Can I have a motion to appoint Grace Jaguna as the clerk of the council?
I'll happily make that motion.
Can I have a second? Grace, I guess you have to take the roll call?
Yes. Councilman Bucko,
Yes.
Councilwoman Isla,
Yes.
Councilman Kirsch,
Yes.
Councilman Ring,
Yes.
President Geiger.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Grace.
Thank you. Thank you.
And now we will have the message from Vice President Andrew Bucko.
assume I don't have to sign in this time.
No.
Hi, good evening. First, I would like to take this opportunity to thank my wife, Katie, and our daughter, Elizabeth, both for being here tonight and also for the patience, understanding, wisdom, and strength they have given me over the past year. Thank you to the voters of Bridgewater who put their trust in me to represent them on this council for the next 4 years. And thank you to our honored guests who have joined us this evening. We continue a great tradition that began 250 years ago this summer, not too far from here, where Americans threw off the shackles of monarchy and declared to each other, to King George III of England, and to the entire world, that the United States would be a country governed by the rule of law and stewarded by representatives who are elected by the people. The Constitution of the United States lays out in its very first sentence the desire and intent to create, quote, a more perfect union. That simple qualifier, more, bears a large volume of truth. At our country's founding, we were not perfect. And even today, we are still not perfect. But the great experiment of the United States is that we are constantly working towards achieving that lofty goal. Throughout our nation's history, that has not been an easy task, and we have certainly stumbled along the way. Who are we who do not know our history? Our history has been one of struggle and success, of tragedy and triumph, where people from around the world have come together to build this nation. It is that diversity that has and continues to make the United States great. Bridgewater, with our diverse population, is a microcosm of our country as a whole. Today marks a new beginning for the people of Bridgewater. We now have a council that better reflects the residents of our town. But you should expect more from your local government than just a new look from your council. You should expect a government that is transparent. Deliberation and decision-making should be open to the public, and one shouldn't need to file open records requests to see the details of how the township spends your money. You should expect a government that operates in a timely manner. Previous year's budgets have regularly been months late. We will expect that the administration will deliver their budget on time as required by state law. You should also expect that we will be here holding our scheduled meetings when we say we will. No longer will we cancel meetings to hide from the public when the political heat is on us, claiming lack of business only to have pages of work waiting for us at the next meeting. You should expect a government that is accountable. The aforementioned failures to meet deadlines have been met with nary a peep from the prior council and hand-waving from the administration. The audits of the township's finances from 2022, 2023, and 2024 uncovered basic deficiencies requiring the implementation of remediation plans. When residents questioned the extreme lateness of 2024's audit, the previous council was silent, and the administration was once again dismissive. I can assure you that cavalier attitude ends right now. You should expect a government that is responsive. Residents often come to this council because their concerns are not being addressed. You deserve follow-up and follow-through. You deserve honest answers, even if that means getting back to you at a later date, and we will make sure that that happens. You should expect a government that treats you with respect. The type of behavior we have seen from individuals up on this dais towards members of the public in previous years should never have been tolerated and will not be tolerated anymore. Most of all, you should expect a government that works for you and with you for the betterment of everybody who calls Bridgewater their home. This transformation will not happen overnight. It will require hard work to ensure that Bridgewater's priorities are focused on providing services to residents. We will go over spending with a fine-tooth comb, making sure that every dollar spent is going forward is done so for the benefit of Bridgewater residents. We also need to increase participation by residents in township decision-making. We have a number of committees that are comprised of ordinary Bridgewater residents who simply want to get involved. And I want to encourage further involvement. We need to ensure that they meet on a regular basis and that the meeting schedules are publicized ahead of time to foster more participation. We also need to create additional new opportunities for involvement to bring more Bridgewater residents out to improve our community. Bridgewater has been a great place to raise a family, and it must be a priority to keep it that way. We need to ensure that our parks are properly maintained so that they can be used and enjoyed by our residents. We need to ensure that recreational programs continue to be available. We need to make sure that our streets are safe for cyclists and pedestrians. We need third spaces available to the youth of our town so that they have constructive outlets for their energies and support their growth into adulthood. Don't get me wrong, we face some tremendous challenges right now, and some difficult decisions will need to be made. I look forward to working with my new colleagues to bring Bridgewater forward. We might not agree on everything, but that does not mean we need to be disagreeable. I am confident that we will find some common ground and that the results we will ultimately deliver will benefit us all. Bridgewater's rich history is something we can all be proud of. It is up to us, all of us, as we ring in the 250th anniversary of American independence, to lay the groundwork for the next 250 years. Together, in our own little corner of the world, we can do our part to move us closer to the more perfect union that our nation's founders envisioned. Thank you very much.
We will now hear from Councilwoman Ridwana Isla.
Good evening, Bridgewater and esteemed guests. Thank you so much for gathering here tonight. This township feels like a quiet treasure for me, a community where history, diversity, and modern life meet with a grace that is uniquely our own. Founded in 1749, Bridgewater's story actually reaches back before the United States itself. Yet it has never felt old to me or distant to me. It feels vibrant, evolving, welcoming, and full of promise. But this evening is not simply about our transition into leadership. It is about honoring the enduring character of a community that has welcomed families from every background, include mine, and offered them a place to plant our roots, to raise our children, and to dream boldly. Tonight invites us to lift our eyes, to look beyond what is familiar, and recognize what is possible. It reminds us that progress is never a product of chance. It's built by citizens who believe in one another, who show up for one another, and who choose to shape their futures together. As I look across this room, I see the strength of Bridgewater, reflected in every face. Families whose stories stretch back generations, and newcomers that might have just moved here last month. And they chose this township with intention and hope, and neighbors that extend their kindness to me without hesitation. You are the stewards of Bridgewater Spirit. You are the reason this moment carries so much promise. And I stand before you humbled by your trust. This is not just the beginning of a term, it's the continuation of our efforts. And we will continue with more achievements ahead. And I wanted to start with my gratitudes to our mayor, our council, both our current and past council, our township clerk and the township office, as well as all of the dedicated public servants who sustain the daily life of this township. Thank you for your partnership, especially during this very critical transition period, your professionalism, and your unwavering commitment to Bridgewater. Night after night, day after day, thank you for staying after those long meetings that you've told us about. Thank you for making this township so strong. And for years, your leadership has provided Bridgewater with steadiness and continuity, and we do honor that legacy, but we will not preserve it unchanged. We will strengthen it, modernize it where needed, and fortify essential changes by carrying it forward with clarity and purpose. And to Joan and Andrew, congratulations on your tremendous victories. I have witnessed your dedication, your integrity, and your deep love for Bridgewater. I look forward to building our strong foundation together with everyone in the Municipal Council. To our volunteers, I know there's a lot of people who couldn't make it today. There's a lot of tests going on. Our students, our Gen Z leaders, and every neighbor who knocked on doors in the rain as well as the heat, sometimes with our children by their side, you reminded us that democracy is not an abstract ideal. It is a living force, sustained by all those who participated. I met these high schoolers while they canvassed with me in between their tests, retirees who walk neighborhoods, believe it or not, with the energy of people half their age, and parents who squeezed in numerous phone calls in between their work and other dinners. And to small business owners, including some remarkable women entrepreneurs who opened their doors to us and shared their ideas, to the teachers who shared their hopes, and to our first responders who shared their courage. This moment belongs to all of you. And of course, to my family, my husband Ikram, my son Ethan, my parents, my sisters, my nieces, who traveled from Canada all the way from Canada and Australia, your love is my compass. And now going back to my Stuyvesant High School friends, Staten Island girls, they braved the ferry with me through wind and winter. Thank you for shaping me early on into the woman I became. And specifically, my dear friend, Dr. Sariga Modi, who's been writing me handwritten Christmas cards for the last 36 years, you recently said, it's inspiring to see you being the change you want to see in the world. You reminded me that service is both a privilege and a joy for me. So tonight, I stand before you as a proud representation of Bridgewater's diversity. The first South Asian, the first Muslim on this council. As well, a fun fact, I'm one of the only 5 Bangladeshi American women in the whole United States that have been elected, including Shipa Uddin, our deputy mayor from Franklin, who is able to join me tonight. So we have 2 currently in the room out of the 5. While I might be breaking barriers, I do stand committed to all of you and serving every single resident of this town, because this milestone is not mine alone. It belongs to all of Bridgewater, a town that measures people not just by their origin, but their contributions, their character, and their commitment to Bridgewater. It belongs to every child who wonders if they belong, and to every parent who dreams of a future where their child's potential knows no bounds. And my journey across continents and cultures, from Dhaka to Bangkok to cities across North America and Europe, as the eldest of 3 daughters, taught me that responsibility is not a burden, it is a calling. My parents taught me that nothing is given, everything is earned, and service to others is the highest privilege that we have. Their sacrifices are the foundation of my path, and tonight I carry their dreams into this chamber with pride and gratitude. But tonight is not it's not just about my story, it is about our story, and this chapter that we are ready to write together. Bridgewater stands at a moment of genuine possibility. We are a community with deep historic roots and expansive potential. We have long-established families of multiple generations as well as our newly arriving neighbors, but we all want the same things that Andrew and Joan talked about: safety, stability, opportunity, and belonging. So my vision is to elevate the future of our town, strengthen our financial foundation. Let's listen, let's be fair, let's be transparent, and share responsibility. And I didn't shape this vision on my own. I had these conversations with you, either in my house, on your porches when we were knocking on doors, in the driveways, at the school, at the library, in the sidelines of community events, or in the aisles of stores. We need a government that listens before it acts, because leadership begins with listening, truly listening. When people feel heard, they feel represented. We need a budget that reflects community priorities. A responsible budget is more than numbers. It is a reflection of what we value. And a budget should not surprise people, it should reflect them. We need fairness and stability for taxpayers. Good governance protects family from unnecessary financial strain. Fairness is felt in every household. We need to ensure that the new development we bring in strengthens our tax base instead of shifting that burden to our residents. Let's ask the right questions. Are we getting the best bang for our buck, like civil engineers like to say, while balancing safety and risk? We also need smart growth that strengthens community life. Growth should enhance the character of our Bridgewater, not overwhelm it. And a thriving local economy is where residents feel proud of the places that we gather together and our quality of life. Transparency that builds trust means that leadership must open the doors of government and not close them. Our residents have been telling me that we need clearer updates on township projects, easier access to information, and more visibility on how decisions are made. So let's grow that trust so that government is easier to understand. And let's keep developing a community where everyone belongs. Bridgewater's greatest strength is its people, as you can see, all of its people. Some of our residents know about its deep history. Many of us speak many languages, including 5, like myself. We celebrate many traditions. We bring extraordinary richness to our community. And I've met young people that are eager to lead, volunteer, and shape our future of our hometown. So let's keep this at the forefront. Belonging is the foundation of a strong community and the heart of Bridgewater's promise. Let's get ready to build together. I do want to work across the aisle with all of our leaders and public servants who have guided Bridgewater for long. I honor your service. I honor your partnership, not partisanship. It is how strong communities endure. And I pledge to work with anyone from any background, any party, any perspective, just like I do at work, who is committed to the well-being of this township. So let's work together, whether you voted for me or not. I am now your councilwoman. My commitment is to your families, your hopes, and your futures. I will listen, I will learn, and I will lead with integrity and purpose. And I want to end with President George Washington, who used to sleep just nearby here with all of his famous troops. In 1796, in his famous farewell address, he reminded our nation in a critical moment, unity of government is a main pillar in the edifice of your real independence. And tonight we can honor that truth by choosing to collaborate over division and service over self-interest. So the next chapter of our story is ours to write, and we will write it side by side. Thank you so much, Bridgewater, for your trust and your partnership.
We will now hear from Councilman Kirsch.
Thank you. Good evening. Tonight we begin a new chapter in Bridgewater history with a fresh year filled with promise. In just 6 months, we all have something great to look forward to when we celebrate our nation's 250th birthday. To our new council colleagues, Joan, Andrew, and Ridwana, along with your families and supporters, I offer sincere congratulations on this accomplishment. At the final council meeting of 2025, I noted that one of the things I cherish most about being on council is the building of relationships within this fraternity that is responsible for leading what we affectionately term the Bridgewater family. In the coming years, we will spend a lot of time together. Hopefully, we'll even laugh a little. And we will identify those issues we each care deeply about, working on them for the good of this wonderful community. Though some of the faces on this dais are different, the underlying goal of this council should not change. We will continue to build on a very successful past as we meet the challenges of today and tomorrow. Some of those challenges are well known. We need to continue to strike the right balance between smart development, community desirability, and overall affordability to leave Bridgewater even better than we each found it. Others are subject to fate and are simply unknown at this time. Success on council is achieved when the whole can be greater than the sum of the parts. In other words, when 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 can yield a result even greater than the 5 individuals seated here. To our first responders, employees, and volunteers, thank you for what you do each and every day to keep us safe and make Bridgewater the highly desired, robust place we so proudly call home. To all Bridgewater residents, I continue to appreciate the opportunity to work on your behalf each and every day, now into a 7th year on this council. We have achieved some amazing things together and will accomplish even more. Please accept my sincerest wishes for a happy, healthy, prosperous, and fulfilling new year. Thank you.
We will now hear from Councilman Ring.
Thank you. I'm going to be very brief and hold my formal report till later this week. I just will extend my sincere congratulations and welcome to each of our new council members. If we succeed together, Bridgewater succeeds. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And last but not least, we will hear from our Mayor Mensch.
Good evening, everybody. It was refreshing to hear all of the comments from our council members, especially our new council members, because we share a lot of the same goals and viewpoints. And in fact, I think quite a lot of the parts of the speeches are parts I could have been giving you tonight. Certainly, Council President, I would have been just as surprised a year ago that you weren't climbing a mountain in the Appalachian Trail as well. That's what I would have thought last year this time too. But it's great to see so many people out here tonight. I know that most of you did not come to hear me speak as your primary reason for being here, but you came to support the elected officials, those folks who put themselves out there to stand up and represent the town. And a night like tonight's great because it's a celebratory night, it's ceremonial. Usually when you have a room full of this many people, it's not smiling faces and they're here to yell at us about something, hopefully collectively and not just me or one of us. But it takes a lot to sit up there and do that job. And so anybody who's willing to put their name on a ballot, stand up and go out and ask for people's votes, deserve to have a night like this with a room full of people to come out and celebrate those accomplishments and to support them in the endeavor that they're about to do. I would like, there is a lot of dignitaries here, and I'm not going to try to go through everybody, but I would like to acknowledge some of the county officials who were here that were part of the presentation you've heard from before. But I did want to acknowledge our County Commissioner Sarah Suey is here. Thank you for being here, Sarah. Also, County Commissioner Paul Drake is here as well. Our clerk, Steve Peter, is here. I thought I saw Sheriff Russo possibly was here. If he wasn't, I'm giving him extra credit, but I thought I saw him floating in the back. The County Council, Joe DeMarco, was here as well. So I don't think I missed any of our county elected officials. Now that we have a Democratic majority, I have to be nicer to them. So last time they saw me, I was on the other side of the dais. It was less pleasant, perhaps, but I do appreciate all the elected officials who serve and appreciate them being here today. Tonight, we do gather and we celebrate the beginning of a new year. We do more than just see a governing body reorganize. We pause and take stock of where we've been and give thanks to what we've accomplished together and renew our commitment to the community we are privileged to serve. Bridgewater's not just a town on the map for most of us. It's our home. It's where we raise our family. It's where we come home every night and look for the safety, the security, the love of family and friends. And it's our obligation to pass that legacy on from one generation to the next. If this community gives so much to so many of us, and it is a privilege to be able to work to give back to that same community. That promise guided us in 2025, and it will continue to guide all of us in 2026. The past year was not defined by headlines or theatrics. It was defined by work, often unglamorous, sometimes difficult, but always necessary. When I first took office as mayor in 2020, Bridgewater undertook one of the most ambitious infrastructure efforts in its history. 6 years later, nearly 300 roads, almost 60% of our entire municipal roadway system, has been repaved or repaired. That didn't happen by accident. It happened because the council made deliberate decisions and choices to prioritize the long-term value of that investment in infrastructure over what could have been other short-term gains. We respected your hard-earned tax dollars for our residents and made sure that our priorities matched the needs of our town. Smooth roads don't always make for flashy speeches, but they do make for safer neighborhoods, more opportunities for our kids to ride bikes, stronger property values, and a town that functions the way it should. We have 60% done, we have more to do. This year, we also advanced 2 critical master plans, thoughtful, forward-looking documents that reflect not only where Bridgewater is today, but where we think it's going to go in the future. Planning isn't about control for its own sake, it's about stewardship. It's what do we want this township to be, not just now, but 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and even more. It's about ensuring that the growth occurs in the right locations, it's responsible, measured, and it's consistent with the character of the community that we cherish. Few challenges are as complex as stormwater management and flooding mitigation. In 2025, Bridgewater approved the most aggressive stormwater and flooding mitigation initiatives in our township's history. I want to thank our current and former council members of this governing body who supported and voted in favor of these initiatives. The efforts will be driven by data, engineering expertise, and a clear understanding that protecting our homes, our infrastructure, and our residents is not optional, it's our responsibility. We can expect to see significant funding will be required. We will continue to leverage state and federal funding to stretch tax dollars as much as possible, and we will work with our council to figure out what we need to do to be able to provide for the necessary security of our neighborhoods and our homes from the impacts of flooding. Economic viability remains the cornerstone of our success. In 2025, we welcomed a diverse range of new businesses, everything from family-owned enterprises like the Learning Center and Aurora Eye Care, national brands like Kendra Scott Jewelry, and global firms like Lupin Pharmaceuticals all found homes in Bridgewater last year. This balance matters. It means jobs for our residents, services for our families, and a tax base that allows us to maintain excellence without overburdening our homeowners. It's proof that Bridgewater can be both business-friendly and community-focused. At the same time, we confronted one of the most difficult issues facing municipalities across New Jersey, affordable housing mandates. Through foresight, strong local planning, and determined advocacy, Bridgewater reduced its affordable housing obligation by 11.2%. We met a challenging state requirement, not by radically transforming our town or surrendering local control, but by doing the hard work, by standing up for our residents while honoring our obligations under state law as required by the New Jersey Constitution. Just as importantly, we limited inappropriate development, preserving the character of the town we love. We chose balance and restraint to protect our homes. I do want to mention, we talk about protecting our home, January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month. And it's important that we state plainly and without qualification that human trafficking is a moral evil that has no place in our society and no refuge in our community. Exploitation thrives in the shadows, and local government has a duty to ensure those shadows are not tolerated. Over the past year, my administration, we enacted targeted changes to local ordinances to crack down on bad actor massage establishments that serve no legitimate purpose. People forget that in many of those establishments, the women who are working there are the victims of sex trafficking. They're there because they're victims forced to work in those facilities. And those same facilities attract individuals who, not just from our community, but who come into our community looking to do harm. And unfortunately, we have residents who have been victimized because of that. These actions were deliberate, lawful, and necessary. They reflect a belief that public safety, human dignity, and the rule of law are not negotiable. In the year ahead, we will continue to work with our police department, strengthen enforcement where needed, and make clear that Bridgewater will not look the other way when it comes to human trafficking or those who enable it. Now, we are talking about the future, but the evening would not be complete without paying tribute to two individuals whose service embodies the very best of local government. Councilman Howard Nogales and Alan Cardilla are leaving the dais after a combined 50 years of distinguished service to Bridgewater and its residents. And Howard is here with us today. Howard, give a wave. You should go out with the crowd cheering you, Howard. Between Howard and Alan, they have 50 years of meetings, budget debates, tough votes, and quiet moments of leadership that really make the news but make a difference. Howard and Alan understood something essential about public service. It's not always about being seen or being flashy. It's about doing the work. They showed up prepared, not just even on time, but early. If you came to a council meeting early, you would see Howard and Alan at the dais preparing for the meeting. And not for the first time, going over their notes that they had already gone over to prepare for that meeting, to make sure that when residents came before them, they were prepared to make the best decisions for our council. They asked the hard questions in public and in private. They listened and made those decisions. Whether they were popular or unpopular, they stood up for what they believed in and they voted. Their legacy is not going to be measured in speeches or sound bites, but in miles of open space preserved, in sewage authority that's being improved. And those are the kind of issues they took on, by the way. Howard spent an unbelievable amount of time dealing with the issues of sewer management. That's not great for a mail piece for a political mailer. It's not flashy, but it's the work that needs to get done to make sure that our town is providing the services required. In recent times, it's always been a temptation at government at every level to substitute play acting for progress or theater for thoughtfulness. It's easy trap to fall into because the applause is immediate and gratification is instant. But true results and true leadership take time, planning, and work. Bridgewater deserves leaders who do that and who are willing to wrestle with the facts, offer solutions, and make decisions. Howard and Alan modeled that kind of leadership, and we will miss them on the dais. But I am certainly pleased to hear all the comments from all the council members from both parties looking to find the best path forward for our residents. And that's what we came to celebrate tonight, new beginnings. I want to congratulate all the new members on the dais. Thank you so much for stepping up and serving, and thank you for your comments today. And like I said, I wasn't joking before when large portions of those speeches I could have been giving. Maybe not every bit of every speech, but a lot of it I could have been giving myself. But that's what we have to do, right? We have to find common ground. So we don't agree on 3 issues, but we agree on 7. Great, let's get those 7 done. And then we can fight about the other 3. Or maybe we can't figure out the other 3 and we move on to the ones that we can do. That's what we will do moving forward. The energy that the new council members will bring is important, but it's also the fresh perspectives. That's a good thing. We can learn from each other. Healthy debate strengthens democracy, and new viewpoints offered in good faith with a desire to move our community forward will lead to the best outcomes for Bridgewater, for all of our residents. I extend to all of our council members a hand of friendship, of collaboration, and bipartisanship. My door is open, and the work ahead of us demands mutual respect and shared commitments to the best interests of the township and its residents. It's important as we start this journey together to speak plainly about the realities of township government. It's complex, it's difficult, it's bound by state law, fiscal responsibility, professional standards, and long-term consequences. When I speak to, give me 1 second here. When I speak to school kids, my favorite example, especially elementary kids, I say to them, what's it like being mayor? What's it like being an elected official? So I say, here's an example. I said, who here thinks we should do more for our parks? Every hand goes up in a room, right? These are elementary kids, so that's like right up their alley. Every hand goes up. I say, great. And I go around the room and I say, all right, what do you want? Somebody says, I want more swing sets. I said, great. Cool. Next one, I want a sandbox. Great. I want a trampoline. They go through. They get good, 7, 8 ideas. And I say, okay, guys, we all agree, parks, right? Yes. Okay, we can only do 2 of the things you mentioned. Which 2 are we doing? They all stare and they go, what do you mean? Well, we can't do new swing set and a new sandbox and a new slide and a trampoline. We only have enough money to do 2. Which one do we do? And then they all kind of look at each other and start shouting. And I say, well, that's what it's like being in municipal government. We all agree what we want to do these things. No one says that they're bad. It's now how do we prioritize and how do we get consensus on what are the things we do? And together we will work through those challenges. We will find a way to make sure that our priorities align, that we can deliver for our residents, and we can make sure that everyone who lives here now or that will move in the future can enjoy the same quality of life that we all do, who's on the dais, all of you who are participating, who live here in Bridgewater, who work in Bridgewater, enjoy every single day that you are here. So I want to thank all of you for coming out tonight. Thank you for making the journey. If you were from Australia, did somebody say? It was, wow, that's impressive. I think you take the award for furthest traveled ever for a Bridgewater reorganization. But whether you are local residents, whether this is your first time in Bridgewater, thank you for spending your evening with us today. And I promise all of you who are our residents here in Bridgewater, this township will continue to deliver what we have all promised you to do, which is make sure our quality of life, our safety, your tax dollars are all protected, and we will work together to do it. Thank you all for being here. God bless Bridgewater.
We now have a series of resolutions which we will do by consent. I will read them, then there will be a motion, hopefully a second, hopefully not too much discussion, and a vote on them. But the resolutions are as follows. 1, 2026 General Business Resolution granting various authorities to township staff and setting official designations, policies, and procedures pursuant to various applicable laws. That seemed a little vague to me, but trust me, I don't think you want me to read what would be behind all of that. 2, 2026 Township Council schedule of meetings. You can find that on the website for anyone who's interested. 3, establishing cash management plan and naming official depositories. That's just the banks and the financial institutions that we use to conduct business. And 4, authorizing Bridgewater Township engineer William H. Burr IV, P.E., of the firm of Colliers Engineering and Design to execute NJDEP, NJDOT, State of New Jersey, and Somerset County permits on behalf of the township for the year 2026. Can I have a motion to accept the resolutions?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
Only one comment, just for the public's benefit,
Sure.
if I may. When we talked about the council meeting schedule, I think it's worth pointing out that meetings will be at 7 p.m. this year as opposed to 7:30.
That seemed to make everybody happy.
Yes.
So, yeah, look, everybody.
First decision's good.
Thank you. Thank you for that. So is there any, there's no further discussion? No. Roll call, please.
Councilman Buckle? Councilwoman Isla?
Yes.
Councilman Kirsch?
Yes.
Councilman Ring?
Yes.
President Geiger?
Yes. Resolutions have passed. The meeting will now be open to the public. Members of the public wishing to address the council on any matter will have 3 minutes to speak, which may be extended in the discretion of the council president. I will then ask any members up on the dais if they have any comments to respond, and then I will allow an additional 1 minute for responses by the member of the public speaking to respond to the comments from the dais. Can I have a motion to open the meeting to the public?
So moved.
Have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Anyone wishing to address the public may do so now. Ah, very good. This is our County Commissioner, Paul Drake, for those of you who may not know him. Maybe the tallest man in the room.
Not really. Good evening, Council President. I just want to commend you for the election. Certainly, I know it was a long election year. I was knocking on doors also in Bridgewater, so certainly, my name is Paul Drake. I'm a Summers County Commissioner, and I want to congratulate Rwanda, Joan, and Andrew for your win here, but also look forward on behalf of the Summers County Commissioners to be working with all of you and the mayor and council president on any issues that you might need from the county. I want to recognize that
We have a list already.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I do.
That's great. And so I want to recognize that our sheriff was here. I think he may have just left, but he was certainly, Darren Russo was here. Our clerk, Steve Peter, is here. Also, our surrogate, as you know, Tina Jala is here. And also, Sarah Sui, Commissioner Sarah Sui is in the back. Melanie Morano had to leave to head out to Greenbrook, but she was here for a while and certainly saw the swearing in, as well as Commissioner Liz Grainer. And Chanel Robinson, our Commissioner Director, sends her regards. She's not here today, but she certainly sends her congratulations. So I just want to say congratulations and look forward to working with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Are there any comments from the dais? Okay. Would anyone else like to speak? Can I have a motion to close?
Yes, someone coming.
Oh, good. All right. This is a councilwoman from Franklin Township.
Yes. Good evening, Council, Mayor, and Council. Wow, it's an honor to be here, and what a joyous occasion. I'm just so speechless right now. I'm super happy for my sister Redwana, Isla, Joan, and Andrew. Thank you. This is what democracy is. And Mayor, I think you hit it right on the nail. We all have to work together. Franklin Township, your neighborhood, and we're always here. My name is Shipo Dean. I'm the councilwoman for Franklin Township, deputy mayor. And anything you guys need from us, please reach out. We're open doors. January is also Muslim Heritage Month. That's coming up. I know we're talking about diversity and inclusion, and I just wanted to put it out there. And congratulations to everyone. I look forward to working with you guys. My sister, Redwana Isla. Love you, girl.
Now, I know Howard is thinking she forgot to ask the people to write their name and address down, right, Howard? So if you would write down your name and address. Are there any comments from the dais, other than thank you very much for your comments? Are there any other comments from the dais? Okay. Come on up, David. Write down your name and address.
My name is David Reyes, 797 County Route 601 in Skillman, New Jersey. And congratulations, Joan, Redwana, and Andrew for your election. We worked very hard. It was about maybe 6:30. I was out canvassing the Vanderhaven neighborhood, and I asked everybody, did you come out and did you come out and vote yet? And everybody said they will, and they said, no, I won't take a flyer. I said, take it, so you remember your names when you go in the polling place, and that, that got them. I think I rise the you guys over the top. So I'm happy
Sure
for
it
you.
did.
So congratulations, guys, and hope this council does good in the year 2026.
Okay, thank you, David. Any comments from the dais? Okay. Again, write down your name and your address,
Sure.
if you would.
First of all, Happy New Year, everybody. And congratulations to our new team and Bridgewater officials. My name is Bal Mukund Gupta. On behalf of Indian American community, I just congratulating you all and my Bridgewater residents. I'm since 98 citizen of this country and Bridgewater resident. I'm a hidden member to support all you people. I'm a Democrat. And my background is journalism. I was CBS reporter in Midwest before. So this is your beauty of our town, Bridgewater. We are proud of you people. And we hope you will do whatever you say to promote diversity development and progress, develop this city more and more beautiful. But I can say now, I'm very happy. And congratulations, everybody, again. Thank you.
Thank you. Harseet?
Hello, Council. Good night to everyone that's here tonight.
Name and address.
First is Auding Willem, 497 Milltown Road, Bridgewater Township, Somerset County, 08807. Come May of this year, I will be a 20-year resident of this town, so just want to put that out there. But just to make a quick congratulations to Joan, Ridwana, and Andrew. We couldn't have done this without you guys. 37 years, of Republicans being in charge. So I honestly just putting that out there. 37 years of them being in charge, and we took it over. And hopefully we're gonna have a good thing of, good things to come our way, and hopefully have a good change in town, and hopefully update certain infrastructures projects and certain roadways and certain restaurants and establishments and whatnot, which is a current concern of mine, which obviously I will bring up at a later time. But
Chick-fil-A, that's what he's concerned about.
well, yeah, the Chick-fil-A. But besides that, just a quick hearty congratulations to all three of you, and can't wait to see what you guys do as your first fresh term as, I guess, junior representatives or
representative,
freshmen, or yeah,
freshman. That's good.
Yeah, freshman representatives.
Like
so
that.
thank you again.
At my age, it's really nice to be called a freshman. Thank you, Harseet.
I did want to add something, if that's okay.
Sure.
I don't need to buy our Stairmaster because I have Harry to walk all over Bridgewater with. So thank you again, Harry. My husband is so thankful for you to protect me through all of the neighborhoods we canvass. Thank you again.
Yes, I had to buy a new suit. I'm a size smaller because of Harry.
Wenling Xu, for Adrian Terrace.
Hello, Wenling.
Hi, congratulations to everybody.
Thank you.
Mayor and the new council here. I just want to say that the mayor's speech perked my ears when you said that I'm a resident here for 35 years. Our tax dollars are protected. It's refreshing to hear that, and look forward to the transparency of the council here for the next few years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Wenling. Nyron?
First of all,
Name and address.
Yes, my name is Niran Chaudhary. I'm living 10 Galway Lane in Bridgewater. Congratulations to all the newly elected council men and women. It is very nice to see you. By the way, it's a good combination of the Republican and Democrats. We need Republican to get the money from DC. So, and also I obviously know Mayor very well, and Michael Pappas and Timothy Ring and Michael Kurz, and it is great acquainted with Mr. Bucko and to you, and obviously I have been in communication with you, and also it's nice to see you very, very much. Your excitement and energy is truly commendable. I have few requests, actually, I have 3 requests. One is that obviously, I think we should think about it as a Bridgewater, how to make Bridgewater the envy to everybody that who wants to come in the East Coast. And we already have a great example of Australian person here, so hopefully at least you will come here also. Second thing is if you look at the 206, this is probably one of the great example of in United States that is only hardly probably 2 miles road, and it has got everything that you can think about it. It has got churches, it's got a temple, it's got a mosque, it has got the Jewish center, and it has got all the car dealership, businesses, corporate office, and residents. But the road is really getting too narrow. And so I know it is a lot of money, but hopefully with the help from federal or state government, we can actually do something. Let us at least have some initiative to make this road really drivable. It is becoming too congested because of the, all this area. I don't know how it can be done, but at least, that's one thing. Second thing is that you and Mayor already talked about the stormwater management. I think strategy is already there. Hopefully, at least we can improve it if needed. At least that's the important things. Third thing is that construction limitations. I mean, hopefully at least we can limit. I know we'll have to do the master plan and we have to do all the federal government regulation and everything else, but within that constraint so that at least we can limit the construction. With that, congratulations, and I'm basically volunteer for Bridgewater for last 12 years. Yeah, I'm getting old, but still I have some energy to at least, if you need anything, please call me. I will be happy to help you out or work with you. Thank you so much.
I believe you serve on one of our committees, do you not?
Yes, I'm serving planning committee. Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks.
I'm going to ask Councilman Ring to comment. Route 202, 206 is not a Bridgewater road, correct? It's a...
So it's a state road, and any expansion of it would have to be done by the state.
Okay, that's what I thought. I knew you would know.
Madam President, the other thing, to bear in mind, land use applications, and there have been several along 202, 206, typically are going to have a substantial review of traffic impact. Widening a road is not necessarily the only solution. Proper planning for what will come onto that road is critically important, and that's been a heritage in Bridgewater on both the zoning board and the planning board. I anticipate that will continue.
If I may just echo to that too, it's also, we're limited with land use applications along 202, 206. We can't say you need to do X or Y to the highway. That has to come from the state. So,
we would certainly work together with the state to the extent that we possibly can, because I think we all have been in that traffic. Right? Would anyone else like to approach the? Come on up.
Good evening. Audrey D. Lloyd.
Hi, Audrey.
Hello. 201 Brokaw Court, Bridgewater. So I just wanted to thank all of you, first of all, but I've lived here for 22 years. And you know what? Bridgewater lacks a downtown. We don't have a downtown. And Bridgewater is actually more than just the Bridgewater Mall. There's a lot of people in Bridgewater that you see them come and go. But I have a feeling today that each of you are going to bring community to the community, because we need that here in Bridgewater. We need people to understand each other, to see each other, to communicate with each other, and to enjoy each other, and to protect each other. And we can't do that when we see lights on in windows and we don't see people. So thank you, and I have great expectations. And you know what? I have a feeling that those expectations are in the good place. So thank you.
Thank you. Any comments? Any comments from the dais? And would anyone else? Mr. Colucci.
Jack Colucci, 1776 Washington Valley Road, Martinsville. I just want to congratulate the mayor and all the old councilmen and the new councilwomen and councilmen, and hope for a nice year this year and everybody working together to better Bridgewater. And secondly, I've known her since she was 13 years old. Good luck. All I'm going to say.
Thank you, Jack. Would anyone else like to approach the dais?
Seeing no one else, I move to close public.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next, we have the benediction from, I'm going to try really, really hard to say this right, Sri Hamitakarthi Maraganti. Did I get it right?
Council President, if I could just acknowledge also that Chief Mitzak is here. I missed him earlier, so I just want to thank our police chief for being here. So,
Thank you, Chief.
Hi, Chief.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening to Township Council members, distinguished guests, and members of our community. Firstly, congratulations to the new Bridgewater Township Council members. It is my honor to offer this prayer during this council meeting. Today we pray for peace, wisdom, unity, and compassionate leadership for the service of the people. I will now recite the Shanti Mantra, the sacred peace chants, a universal Vedic prayer for peace in all realms for creation. Om Prithvi Shanta Sagnina Shanta Same Shanta Sujagum Shamayato Antarikshagum Shantam Tadvayuna Shantam Tanme Shantagum Shushagum Shamayato Yo Shanta Zadityena Shanta Same Shanta Shushagum Shamayato Prithvi Shantirantarikshagum Shantir Dyo Shantir Disha Shantiravantara Disha Shantiragni Shantir Vayu Shantiraditya Shantischandrama Shantirnakshatrani Shantirapashantiroshadhaya Shantir Vanaspataya Shantir Gaushantiraja Shantirashvashanti Purusha Shantir Brahma Shantir Brahmana Shanti Shantireva Shanti Shantir me astu Shantihi Tayahagum Shantya Sarva Shantya Mahyan Dvipade Chatushpade Cha Shanting Karomi Shantir me astu Shantihi Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Harihi Om. The sacred Shanti Mantra, the sacred chants, is a universal prayer for harmony in every part of creation. It seeks peace among all living beings, peace among communities and cultures, and peace within knowledge, wisdom, and leadership. The chant reminds us that true peace is not only the absence of conflict, it is the presence of understanding, compassion, and mutual respect. The repetition of Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi, the 3 times, invite peace in 3 realms. Peace in the world around us, peace in our minds and thoughts, and peace within our hearts. As we finish our meeting today, may this peace guide every decision they make so that service is done with integrity, justice, and kindness for the well-being of every resident in our township. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. All of you, Happy New Year, and thank you, all of you.
Namaste. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
There will be refreshments served in the adjacent conference room. I guess everyone in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none. The meeting is now adjourned. I get to do this, right?